Hello everyone, it's Thumper the Rabid Rabbit. I'm back here on Monday, February 4th for a brief update on the staging branch components because there was some new developments today that were in the commit log. One of the things is a complete remodel of the pager, and it looks like it works now. You can see down on my hotbar here I've got a pager. It displays its frequency that it's set to, which is handy. You can select it. You can set its frequency between 1 and 9,999. It also has a silent mode on and off. This changes it from a beep to a vibrate mode, which I'll show you in a second. And the RF transmitter, the lamp that's on the ground up there, I also have set to 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's linked through the HBHF sensor on the wall, so when I get too close here, there you go. Bit a beep, bit a beep. And you can see it has a little lightning bolt icon on it as well while it's active, so a visual indicator that it's triggered. While it is sounding, there is also this stop option here that actually shuts it up, so you can shut it up even while you're in range. But one question I have that I can't confirm because I don't have anybody else on this staging server with me is whether or not other players can hear the beep. So I'm going to have to see if I can find somebody to help me confirm that. But it may or may not be audible to other people. That would actually be handy because then your clanmates or teammates would know if pager's going off. If I hit silent on here, you'll see that when I leave the range and trigger again, there it goes. Doesn't beep, just has the vibrate sound. Again, you can silence it by hitting stop. But there you go, we have a working pager. So, man, if this makes it to release on Thursday, that's going to be a lot of fun because that is the ultimate in raid detection right there. Setting up a sensor to tell you and page you wherever you are on the map to tell you that someone's getting into your business. So they also remodeled the detonator. I set up this RF receiver over here, that's this lamp here, on frequency 6969, because of course I did. And listen carefully when I hit the trigger here. They added the cell phone interference sound effect to this while you're triggering it. So this isn't you going crazy, this is actually the component. Listen. Yep, hear it? Oh yeah, that's old school, isn't it? They didn't really change the visual model, but according to the commits, it's been recoded from scratch, so the functionality also displays its frequency on the hotbar. This is also very handy because if you have multiple receivers in your base on multiple frequencies, before you wouldn't really know which detonator was set to what frequency, and now you can see it right here on the screen. So that's super handy to be able to see which detonator is which. That looked like it reset, but it still works. There you go. A little bit of a bug there. You drag it from one slot to another, it sets to 0, but as soon as I refresh by moving through components, it looks like it fixes itself. There it goes. So, not quite perfect there, but it works. So that's exciting. The other thing I discovered, this may be another one of these Unity Engine update artifacts, is you see how I put each of the components up there on the wall? Sort of a rainbow color of them up here. Watch carefully as I walk away. Oh, they disappear. They disappear by draw distance. If I move right to left, they disappear as I move. That's really aggressive optimization of the visual model right there. Get more than 3 squares away, 4 squares away, and they start disappearing. Even the branch on the ground next to the solar panel, you can see the lights on it. Watch what happens when I get further away. It disappears. Its lights are still there, but the block component actually disappears. Same problem with the blue flasher. There, blue flasher disappears. Reappears, disappears, reappears, get a little closer. Oh, blocker on the ground is back, and then there's the components on the wall. The other components seem to have a lot more persistent draw distance. You can get pretty far away here, and in fact, let me fly back. Yeah, the other components seem to stick around forever, or just about forever. So they've got what you'd expect from a draw distance. You can see them at long range, but those little block components seem to be not they don't despawn, they just de-render at a fairly short distance. So I can't imagine that's intentional. Maybe just an artifact of how their model is built and how the rendering optimization is working out right now, but kind of an interesting disappearing electronics trick. So there you have it. We have a working pager. We've got a working RF detonator remote control, which is going to be a lot of fun. You can use the set off the pager also. And we have disappearing component models on the wall, which that's interesting. So there you go. That's what's happening in staging right now on Monday. We got a few more days before they finalize things and send stuff to main for Thursday's wipe. So we'll see how many of these are still in on Thursday, and looking forward to it. So good luck out there, and don't suck.